Hi guys, welcome to Khong Driving. We are somewhere in the midst of typing and we are going to head back to the highway in the all-new Honda Civic. So we are part of a media drive that's going up to Penang, and I'm driving the last stint from here to Penang, and what I'm trying to do is to do a real-world fuel consumption run with the 1.5 Honda Civic RS, which has a turbo engine, 240 Newton meters of torque and 182 PS. And we're going to do some real-world driving, normally of course, without any harsh acceleration, but keeping up with the flow of traffic, and also subject to the traffic jams and the stop-start or whatever conditions we can get here. This is between Taiping and Kamunting, and we will come out near the Kamunting exit and join the highway on the North Taiping exit. All right, so we have got a camera on the meter, and after the reset we now have 7.7 kilometers per litre. Now that will be a low number or bad number because we just started off and it takes quite a bit of energy to get the car to move, but now it has improved and you are seeing we have just gone 600 meters and the number has gone up to 9.8 kilometers per litre. Now for this test we're going to do between 30 to 50 kilometers per hour, 30 to 50 kilometers of distance, because we don't want to make the run too long and we don't want to make the run too short. So I think that's the balance you will get between a video that's not too long and too boring, and also a distance that is more indicative of what you can get typically. Now that includes stopping at this traffic light. Now we do have a start-stop button, right? But in this case it is off, correct? Yeah. So the start-stop function is not working, and never mind, we'll take it at that level. Is there a start-stop button here? No, don't have. This car don't have. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I've just been told this car does not have a start-stop button. Interesting. Okay, so drive is to the front wheels as usual, of course, and we have a 7-speed CVT and also pedal shifts, 3 driving modes. I think we have Eco, Normal and Sport. And of course now we are on, what mode are we in? We are on Econ mode, which is the most economical of all. Yes, so if you want to save fuel, you go on Econ mode. You want more power, you go on Power mode, and there's also an in-between that is called the Normal mode. So we are just following the traffic flow, stopping when the light is red and going when the light is green. And I don't remember seeing this bridge. Okay, so it's Alostar, Kuala Lumpur that way. Okay, so we do normal acceleration, yeah, to bring it up to speed, and we'll follow the flow. So it went up to 10 point something. Now we have an average consumption of 9.6 kilometers per litre. Oh, it even has lane keep. Why is the mirror so dim?
Because the rear section of the tinting. Yeah.
Okay, so we have actually taken a similar Civic RS up to Genting, but of course going up Genting, the fuel consumption is a little bit different, in fact a lot different from how you drive on the road. And of course also climbing up the mountain, you get a lot of sound from the CVT and also from the engine. So this is also another chance to see how quiet this car is or how noisy it really is when driven at normal speed. Now most cars in this category will have some noise. To me that's very normal because you need to have some sensation of movement, you know, that you are actually in action. Because if you have a car that is totally silent, of course it'll be quite surreal, right? So even an electric car makes some kind of noise. And so noise level will always be there. It's just a question of what is acceptable and what is not. So the speed we are going is about 60 odd kilometers per hour, and I really can't help the speed because we are just following the flow, which also means that we are driving at the speed that normal people will drive on this type of roads. So that's an indicator. And the good news is we have now improved to 13 kilometers, or it's 13.3, that's very quick. I need to drink some water. So we drove actually from Kuala Lumpur, or rather PJ, Saujana, with a full tank. And what we have now, showing on the meter in front of you, you can see the range, yeah? The remaining range is 181 kilometers. And the distance to here from KL is about 250 kilometers. Yes, up to the toll plaza at Bukit Gantang, it's about 240. That I know from a previous routing that I plotted. And then maybe here is 255, 260 lah, plus another 180, so you're looking at 440 kilometers range. Now considering that we hit considerably high speeds on the way from PJ to Ipoh, and then we also did some running around in Ipoh town to get to the lunch venue, and we also drove quite fast after Ipoh to get to Taiping. And actually this is the first time in the day that we are driving at normal speeds. So what do we have? We have 14.7 kilometers per litre. Now at 15 point something is about 6 liters per 100 in terms of conversion, yeah. So 14.8 now is actually quite a decent number. Of course, we are going at 70 kilometers per hour, so we need to actually do a bit of driving at 110 to sort of equalize the numbers, yeah, to sort of give you a fair view of what is the correct, or rather the real world fuel consumption. Because you can drive at 70 kilometers for the whole day and you get very good numbers. So we need to do a mixture of driving. Now in terms of noise level at 67 to 70 kilometers per hour, you don't hear the engine, you have no idea that it's a CVT, and all you hear actually are the tires. It's tire noise reflected off the surface of the road. And the good news is these are 18-inch tires on the RS, whereas on the V is 17 and on the E it is 16-inch. Now the other difference is on 18-inch you get this Michelin PS4, Pilot Sport 4, and these tires actually are great tires. They make a lot of difference if you're climbing up Genting. And of course on the main normal road surface, the PS4s also give you better grip, and in the wet they are also quite remarkable. So if I was given a choice, I would take the RS spec because it comes with the 18-inch. Of course, you can always buy the V and put in a set of 18-inch. And from what I have used of the PS4s, I would highly recommend that if you are running 18 and above, consider a set of PS4s. They're good tires. I'm not paid to recommend them. I just found them to be very good tires. Of course, there are also many other good tires that are available, like what I found on the Golf GTI. That was good too. I think these were Bridgestones, yeah. So in terms of tires, what you do is you buy the most expensive tire that you can afford, because the tire prices and the tire performance they are proportionately, you know, the higher the cost, the better the performance. That's how tires are. And so the cheaper they are, the worse the performance. And then tires that give you a lot of distance will give you less grip. So every tire is a compromise. Tires that give you better grip in the dry will be worse in the wet, and vice versa, because in the wet you need to have all those grooves in the tire, or they call the C area, to take away the water from the surface to give you more contact with the road. And on dry track you need more rubber in contact with the road. So a tire is always a compromise too. And I think the Michelins are quite good choice. Okay, this is a Smart Tech lane. We have a Smart Tech. Okay, so we have 14.7, which is not bad. Actually, I didn't know that this car didn't have a start-stop function. Well, it doesn't seem to have made a lot of difference. Oh, you see, that little bit of acceleration just caused us to drop 0.7 of a kilometer per litre. And now it's dropped another 0.3. And that is because we've only gone 7.7 kilometers. So therefore, in order to do a consumption test that makes any sense, you have to actually travel for at least 30 to 50 kilometers. And you need to have a mixture of roads so that you can actually get a feel. Now, if I were to put my foot down flat, you know, pedal to the metal and get to Penang, then this fuel will just barely reach Penang, because the consumption will be tremendously high if you push it. So that's the wonderful thing about a turbocharged engine. You can have power when you want it, and when you drive it easy, you'll have fuel economy. And for example, if you're idling by the roadside waiting for your girlfriend to go and tapao fried kway teow for you, you are idling as a 1.5 litre engine, and that is far more economical than a 2 litre. So this 1.5 litre turbo engine, gives you the equivalent power of I would say 182 PS would be the equivalent of maybe a very powerful 2 litre engine, or a normal 2.5 litre engine type of power, especially with the 240 Newton meters of torque. So going turbocharging is one way to maximize power, and of course give you the best combination between economy and delivery of power. And of course, in the overall equation of things, yeah, that you can't get, okay, that's the distance warning telling me that I'm very near that truck. And so in the equation of power, you can't get something for nothing. So when you have more power, it will consume more fuel, just as a strongman needs to eat more food in order to work hard. But the other thing is, this strongman, when he's at rest or when he's not working very hard, he consumes very little. So that is the reason why they opt for a turbocharged engine. And don't let the 1.5 litre engine fool you, yeah? Way back 30 years ago in Formula One cars, they had 1.5 litre engines, but they had very, very much power, as much as 600 to 700 horsepower, and that's actually the potential of turbocharging. They had 1.5 turbocharged engines, and Honda was one of the leaders in this field back in those days. And of course, what they learned in Formula One has now transferred into the road cars. Another thing about Honda is that they actually are very good at space utilization, and in every class of car that Honda is in, the interior space is always maximized. They use that word man maximum, machine minimum, or is it the other way? It's like machine minimum, man maximum. So they prioritize the space for man. So man, not man as in mankind, not just the man, women also count. And I sat in this car earlier whilst Hans was driving, and I actually felt very good at the back because this car is very wide. Every one of us here agree that it's very wide and there's lots of space. So this is a C segment car, but I would say the interior space is equivalent or better than a lot of D segment cars. And also because now we're going 110. In fact, we're going 111, and we have 14.5, 14.6 kilometers per liter, which means the potential is actually better than that. Okay, that's my lane keep assist telling me and steering me back into the lane. So in terms of normal driving, the car is actually very, very quiet. We are going 104 kilometers per hour, and again, you don't hear the engine so much, you don't hear the transmission at all. You only hear the alarm telling me I'm going too close to the car in front, the collision warning, and the tires are the next. Okay, I'm going to gently accelerate to overtake him and pull back in because there are some cars coming at the back. Okay, so remember, if you are trying to save fuel and drive on the highway, let that be your secondary objective, because the first objective is always about road safety. So if you are obstructing people, or if there's a fast car coming from behind, you should accelerate and get out of the way, don't be a moving chicane. Okay, we are now at 110, 109. I exceeded the speed limit a little bit, but well, it's hard to keep it at a steady throttle. And we have 14.9, which is actually remarkable for a car this size with this type of power. We're coming out to overtake again. So as you can see, other than stinging on the fuel throttle level, I'm still maintaining a healthy speed. Oops, I'm sorry. We are 115 just now, so I'm back to 110, and we are still coming out to overtake convoy of trucks here. And yes, the consumption is hovering between 15 to 15.1 kilometers per liter. That's about 15 times 6 is 90. So it's about 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers based on this type of consumption figure. And another thing I noticed is this car is so eager to go. And of course, we have again exceeded the speed limit, but it's only by a little, and I'm now slowly lifting off and get back into the left lane in case anybody wants to overtake us. Okay, so far we have gone 20 kilometers, and we are going a little bit above the average speed of traffic on this road. But the good news is we have 15.2. How does it feel, man? And it has improved to 15.3. And I'm trying to hold it, really, I'm trying to hold it at 110. But we're now down at 107. Okay, somebody will say you can use your cruise control. But having said that, actually cruise control may cause you to consume more fuel, because what it wants to do is to keep you at the speed that you set. And if you slow down a lot, then the cruise control will accelerate to get you up as quickly as possible, yeah? And so you don't have that ability to control the throttle amount. That's why you don't use cruise control. And by the way, this Civic RS comes with a full complement of Honda sensing, which means you have your pre-collision warning, your collision mitigation, your emergency stop signal, and your lane departure warning, and your lane keep assist, and I think also auto high beam. Yeah, so the full complement of Honda sensing is available in this car. And how much does it cost? 144,000 something before SST, and of course after June the 30th there will be a small price increase that will reflect the SST payment for this car, unless of course the government decides to extend it. But we've been told that it will not be extended. So if you want to buy the car, well, you know what to do. You got to put your name down to do a booking, yeah? And of course you can book it through us. And also one more final piece of information. You cannot book the car on June the 29th, and on June the 30th is the expiry of the SST, and then you expect to get your car with SST exemption, because the SST exemption is a government ruling, and so the official qualification for this SST exemption is the date of registration of the car. So even if you book on the 29th of June and there is no car available for registration on the 30th, sorry guys, you have to pay the additional costs. Yeah. So if you want to buy this car, or any other car for that matter, you should get down to it as quickly as possible, because every day makes a difference. Okay, we have the full systems on, and oh yes, it also has lane watch. So you can see from the camera here, as I signal left, you can see the left hand side of the car lit up with a camera there, and you can see if there's any motorbike that is coming at you from the left. And latest status report, we have 27 kilometers running and we have 15.5. Okay, so it's slowly getting better and better. And the fact that you are still improving in terms of fuel consumption means that the potential fuel consumption is much better than 15. Now see, it's going at 15.6 already. So at 110 kilometers per hour, the actual fuel consumption you are getting is better than 15.6, you know, as it keeps on climbing. So with every incremental kilometer, the savings accumulate and the number goes up. So 15.6 is about 6 kilometers per litre. So even if I stop now, guys, this is the indication that if you are driving at this speed, you will be consuming about 6 liters per 100 kilometers, which is about, now is 15.6. Now my math is, as usual, not that good, so you can just do 100 divided by 15.6, and that will give you the score in liters per 100. So some of us like to see kilometers per litre, and you can see that on the meter now is 15.6, and some of us like liters per 100 kilometers. So, but the median, or rather the easy reference, is if you get 10 kilometers per litre is the same as 10 kilometers per 100 kilometers. Yeah, because both work out to be 10, and we've gotten better. It is now 15.7, and we've gone 30.2. So I'm still in a good mood. So let's go to 50 kilometers. Yeah, that's half of 100 kilometers, and that should be quite a good round number for us to check out the fuel consumption, because it will iron out all the irregularities in the consumption and all the different conditions. So right now the consumption is 15.8. Fantastic. $32.4. Now the interior of the Civic is very comfortable. We have with the RS, you have this combination leather seat, and also electrical controller for the driver's seat. I think the passenger is mechanical. And we are at Alo Pongsu, and we have 15.9 kilometers per litre. Oh, this is getting better and better. Okay, now we have gone 33.4 kilometers. Let's see what is the fuel consumption when we hit 50. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to up the speed a bit to 110. Oops. It's so easy to exceed. Okay, go back to the left. Yeah, if you go at this speed, it's okay, because a lot of people are going, oh my, the camera stopped. Okay, camera started recording again. I don't know why it stopped, but anyway. So guys, you might miss a few seconds there of videoing. This is what you call a broadcasting accident. Happens all the time. Okay, we are still stuck at 15.9. Can we make 16? Okay, we are approaching an AES camera. And we have our lead car in front. That's the old Civic. And we have more Civics coming. Yes, We have 16! Yay! 16 kilometers per litre. Nice. Okay, we are going to overtake the cars, the truck here. Oh, the poor Saga is being hounded by this truck. Okay, we're just following the traffic speed. We have done 30 something kilometers, 38.9, yes. 39 kilometers, another 11 kilometers. I doubt if you'll get anything better than 16, but let's just see, yeah. At the most, you'll go up is 0.1 or 0.2 of a kilometer lah. 39.5, but let's just finish the 50 kilometers and see what we get. Okay, the convoy speed has picked up to 114 kilometers per hour. Oh, and it dropped to 15.9. Yeah, this is the media convoy, and they're going a little bit faster than us. Okay, we will pull in and let one car pass. And then we'll pull out again. And we got 15.9, 16 again. Just a little bit of lifting off gave us the 0.1 of a kilometer back. Okay, back into the left lane, and we're going 116 kilometers per hour. And we still have 16, not bad. Okay, we got traffic in front, and after this SUV, I am coming out to overtake. Yes. And we have 16.1. I think you'll go back to 16 very soon. Thank you very much. No, don't come out. I'm here. Okay, thank you. And we go back inside. Good boy. Stay here. Oh, the truck was going slow, so we slowed down to about 80 kilometers per hour. And we are now building back the speed. And yes, guys, the aircon is still on. We didn't turn off the aircon. You don't see me sweating, right? Okay, now we're going at 100 kilometers per hour, and it has dropped back to 16. Just check my camera. Yes, my camera is still rolling, and we have 16 kilometers per litre. That means the consumption is under 6, is 5.9, I think, 5 point something liters per 100. Something like that. My math is still not good. Okay, we have got 16.1 and we have exceeded the speed limit, so I'm going to slow down a bit. We have 44.5 kilometers traveled and another 5 point something. Yeah, now it's 45 coming up in 200 meters. Yes, this is 45 kilometers, 5 more to go, and we are showing 16.1. Fantastic. Are those our crew?
Yeah.
Oh, that's our crew. The sweeper telling me to go faster. He has no idea what we are doing. Hey, we have 16.2. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, in post-production of this video, I will calculate what is 16.2 and post it up here as a subtitle, yeah? My math is really bad today, cannot. Okay, we have gone 47 kilometers, 3 more kilometers to go. We're actually going at above the speed limit, 115, and we have 16.2. .5, 2.5 kilometers to go. Actually, it's quite a torture, you know, driving. You know me, we don't normally drive at this type of speed. Yeah, this is the speed that I fall asleep at. Okay, 48.1, 2 more kilometers to go. Woo. 1.7, counting down. Oh my gosh, we're going 120 kilometers per hour. That is exceeding the limit. Okay, slow down, slow down. .49, 1 more kilometer. Okay, car coming behind. What was that? Low battery. Low battery on the front. Okay, sorry, we ran out of battery on one camera in the front because I think the car was in the hot sun, so the battery was affected. Anyway, it's 49.8, 49.9 and 50. Yay, well done guys. So our final result is 16.2 kilometers per litre, and we have gone 50 kilometers distance. Alright guys, that's the end of our fuel consumption video. Thanks very much for being with us, and till we meet again in the next video. Bye bye. And cut. Okay, done.